Coach.
Hi, how are you?
Pleasure to meet you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, ladies, take a seat in front of your name tags. Congratulations, ladies. Right. All right, welcome again, everyone, to our NCAA Division I Women's Basketball Championship first round pregame press conference with East Carolina University. Again, our format today will be having an opening statement from head coach Kim McNeil, and then we'll hear from our trio of student athletes who are here: senior guard Micah Dennis, junior guard Sania Johnson, senior guard Danae McNeil. And then we'll follow with questions for Coach. Coach, if you could start us off, first of all, congratulations to you and your team for qualifying for the championship. If you could just begin with an opening statement, please.
Yeah, I think I've said this 100 times in the last week or so, but I am so proud of our team and what we've been able to accomplish this year. You know, at the beginning of the year, people pretty much counted us out, picked us to finish last in the league. And, we get 20-plus wins. We finished third, and now we're dancing here in the NCAA tournament. So I'm extremely proud of this group, just the resiliency that we've shown all season long to put ourselves in a position to be here. We're looking forward. We're actually excited to be here in Austin. We're looking forward to playing Texas tomorrow. Unbelievable team, a very well-coached team, a team that can attack you in a lot of different ways, whether it's inside, whether it's from their guard play, a team that's going to get after it defensively, which is something we have in common. We both pride ourselves on the defensive end of the floor, but, just really happy to be here. We're going to make this a place that we want to be every single year. We've got a lot of youth in our locker room from the standpoint of experience. No one with the ECU uniform has been in this position before. This is a first-time thing for all of these young women. So it's a growing situation for us, and it's also, something that we're going to take back with us and continue to grow and understand what it takes to be able to be here and be in this place year after year.
Thank you very much, Coach. And a reminder for those folks who have joined us on Zoom, if you do wish to ask a question, first we'll ask questions to the three student athletes. Please use the raised hand function. We will start with questions here with the media assembled in Austin. Yes, first question will be from Danny Davis from the Austin American-Statesman. Danny?
Danae, we'll start with you since you're the Defensive Player of the Year in your conference. Going off what your coach said, how important is defense? And obviously, you guys in Texas like to force turnovers and all that stuff. So how important is defense to what y'all do?
Defense is very important. It's something that we emphasize 24/7. We work on our defense all the time in practice, of course. So it's big for us.
Next question, gentlemen. Please just identify yourself, name and affiliation, please.
Brian Bailey, WNCT from Greenville with everybody. Just for each one of you ladies, if you'll just say what is the key to having success against a bigger, stronger Texas team? What do you have to do to have success tomorrow night?
For us, just doing the little things. Everything is going to matter going in. Diving for loose balls, boxing out, none of those things take skill. So going in, we know that we have to want it more, basically. Playing ECU defense, just being scrappy, the scrappier team.
I think with that, also just staying poised, with the rise of the game, with the other team being at us, I feel like that's one of the most important things is to stay poised and stay under control.
Danae, do you want to answer? They did it. All right. We'll move to the next question then. Do you have a follow-up, sir?
No, that's fine.
All righty. Thank you. All right. Next question, front row.
Jim Vertuno with the Associated Press. It's been a long time, and this is not somewhere East Carolina has been a lot. Just can you talk about the moment that you're presented with here and what it would mean, do you think, for the program to move on, to advance and stake what Coach is talking about, the chance to represent East Carolina in a way that it's something you guys are going to do every year, be here in the tournament?
I think that's going to be a big thing for us, especially me coming in new. It's going to be a big thing for me, too, being a part of a new family, succeeding this far. But I think that this is definitely a good start and for many more to come.
I think it's a very big opportunity for us. Of course, we want to make Pirate Nation proud. So,
Next question will be Cedric Golden, Austin American-Statesman.
Yeah, Sanaya, what do you think about the facility? It's a new arena, and how cool would it be to shut up 10,000 people tomorrow night and advance to the next round?
Yeah, going into it, we know that they have home court advantage. But, I mean, we've been here just last week. We've been in Texas. Really no fans really at all. You could count on one hand how many fans we had. And we still came out on top. So just for us, knowing that we have each other, our family, our bench, we're going to be into it the whole game. So that is not really going to faze us.
Mike, I'm sure Coach doesn't need any help with her scouting and stuff like that, but have you any tips about Texas, or what do you remember about playing this Texas team?
Well, I mean, for what I see based on the scouts, kind of a whole new team. But, I mean, just going after it, they still stay the same. They're aggressive offensively and defensively, so to stay what we have, going over our personnel, we know how to beat them on both ends of the floor, so just got to stay to it.
Once again, a reminder for those who are joining us on Zoom, if you wish to ask a question of any of the East Carolina student-athletes, please use the raised hand function. Any other questions here for our three players? Yes, Danny Davis, Austin American Statesman again.
For any of the players or any of your folks back home or friends back home complaining about the 10 o'clock tip time, I guess, back home?
Yes, I've had many people text me saying, is the time right? Like 10 o'clock? And there's they love playing y'all late games. But for us, like people have said, we've gotten a lot of late games, so we're used to it.
All right, do we have any other questions for these three players? If not, ladies, thank you for your time today. Congratulations again. Good luck tomorrow evening.
Thank you.
Coach, we're now going to turn to questions for you. And we will start again. We'll be staying with Danny Davis from the Austin American Statesman.
Kim, kind of just going off that last question, how do you prepare a team for a tip that's so late? I mean, are you all going to be at the arena all day, at the hotel? How do you kind of go about your business tomorrow?
Yeah, when the American athletic tournament last week, we had the last game every night. So, sitting around all day waiting, I think we've gotten used to it. But, we'll try to keep a routine, get up in the morning, eat breakfast, watch some film, do a shoot around, come back, get some rest, do a pregame meal, maybe watch film again. But we're just trying to keep them in routine as much as possible, as we did last week in the American tournament.
Question from Cedric Golden, Austin American Statesman.
Hey, Kim. Notice they have culture written on the back of their practice jerseys. What does that mean to you, and what can an event like this do to instill that culture for years to come?
Yeah, so every year we've had something different on the back of our practice jerseys. I'm not a big believer in putting names on the back because at the end of the day, it's about ECU women's basketball and not one individual player. We've had family, we've had mentality, and this year we chose culture because we feel like our culture is a big part of our success, buying into our culture. And our culture is not only on the basketball court, but it's outside of the court. We do a lot in the Greenville community, in the schools. We feel like we're blessed. I mean, I think every student athlete is blessed, and we want to be able to give back to the community. But that family, you hear them say that word a lot, right? That family, we're big on that, them understanding that, we're sisters, and, just as any family, there's ups and downs, there's highs and lows, but at the end of the day, we're going to have each other's back, and we're going to fight for each other.
Any other questions? Oh, we're going to go back to Danny Davis then, Austin American Statesman. Danny?
Kim, I'm sure you're just happy to, you play anywhere, at this point in the tournament, but is it a disadvantage to have to go to someone's house in this first round and play what is a road game instead of a neutral site game?
I was actually surprised. I thought they were either going to send us down the road to either Durham or Chapel Hill because it was, the closer, and it was a bus drive. So when I saw Austin, Texas pop up on the screen, it definitely really caught me off guard. But, that whole day on Sunday, everybody kept asking, who do you want to play? Where do you want to go? And for me, it doesn't really matter. I'm just so excited for this program, just what we've been able to do this year, what we've been able to do in the last 4 years for Pirate Nation, for ECU Athletics, for ECU Women's Basketball alumni, for us to put ECU Women's Basketball, back on the map. So, I really didn't care who we played. I was kind of torn whether or not I wanted to go close so that the Pirate Nation could come and follow us, but I also wanted the girls to get the experience, just everything that goes into, the big charter planes, which we charter, conference anyway. But, I wanted them to get this experience because I did it as a player, I did it as an assistant coach, and this is memories that you'll never forget, that they will share with their families, that they will share with their kids growing up. And I want them to take it all in, but I also want them to understand that, we came here to make some noise. We didn't just take our ticket and accept it. We want to come here and make some noise and put ourselves in a position to win a game.
There'll be a follow-up question from Danny Davis.
And then can you just speak on the kind of player Danae is and just what she means to you offensively, defensively, and I'm sure as a team leader?
Yeah, Danae is she's quiet at nature. As you see, she's not a young lady of many words. But, when you talk about work ethic, I think if you open up the dictionary, there should be a picture of her beside it. She really dedicated herself this year. Last year, dealt with some things, lost her grandmother, broke her hand. And so in April, as soon as the season was over, she lived in the gym. Didn't go home. She's from Swansea, South Carolina, which is about 5 hours from the campus. Went home for a couple of days, came back and was here all summer. Stayed in the gym with my associate head coach slash husband, Corey McNeil, and just really elevated her game. We always knew she was a scorer, but, we really wanted her to understand that she could do more for us than just score the ball, and I think it really starts for her on the defensive end, and it took time for her to buy into that. But when she can get 3 or 4 steals and get out and transition early, the rim just opens up for her. I think anytime on the floor, she's probably one of the most athletic guards out there. But she really, just buying into doing other things for us besides scoring, and I think she's really bought into that.
Next question will come from Jim Vertuno, Associated Press.
With so much attention with the defenses both your teams play, just what makes Texas difficult to break down? They just don't let people score a lot of points. So, just what do you have to do against them on what they do on defense?
Yeah, I think that's kudos to Schaefer, and what he's instilled in these young women because, at the end of the day, everybody wants to score the ball. Nobody looks at defense as being, that the thing that people want to do. So, it takes a lot of time to get kids to buy into your system and to buy into what you want. And obviously, they've bought into it. They're long. They're big, they're long, in pretty much every position of the floor. They make it hard for you to get the ball in, and then once you get it in, they make it hard for you to reverse the ball, which most offenses need ball reversal, and they make it really hard for you to reverse the ball, and then they're big inside. They do an unbelievable job on the offensive glass. They're leading the Big 12 in offensive rebounding, so that's been a big focus for us this week is just really not just rebounding, but boxing out. Like, you got to put a body on these kids, and so, we just finished playing Houston, who's very similar defensively to Texas as far as denying and face guarding you and all in your face. So that has kind of led us into this, kind of being prepared to what we're going to see defensively on that end of the floor.
Do we have any other questions for Coach McNeil at this time? Seeing none, Coach, I want to thank you again for your time this afternoon, and, of course, the best of luck to you and the team tomorrow evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. And go Pirates.
And that will conclude today's news conference with East Carolina. A recording of this press conference will be posted in the NCAA Digital Media Hub at ncaa.veritone.com. The press conference transcripts also will be provided by ASAP and will be posted shortly. Thank you once again for joining us.